Hello, guys. I hope you are doing well. I decided to drop this video for those of you who are interested in studying, undergraduate programs here in Brazil. This is a video for you. You've just finished your secondary school, or you are already studying in a university, a degree program, and then you are interested in studying here in Brazil. This is a video for you guys. I'm not gonna be technical in the video. I am just going to comment, give you some clues, talk about things that I think are vital. Most of the information, have been made available. I believe that you guys should be acquainted, about things that are happening. There are other channels that have broadcasts or have published the information, right? It's a late presentation that I'm making, but I think it's vital. I'm going to talk about something that I think is necessary when you are coming to study here in Brazil. Yeah, you guys are young. Sometimes you need, some clues. Yeah. So I have some information here that I think are important. The pre-registration is already on. Some of you must have done that. But the registration that is at the embassy will begin on the 22nd of July and it will end on the 23rd of August, okay? So if you've not done your pre-registration, which is online, you should try to do that. There are more than 100 Brazilian institutions that are going to receive students, or they receive actually. They've been receiving for a long time. I personally participated in PECG. I came here in 2011. Fortunately, I have finished everything, my master's, doctorate, and yes, I currently have a year contract with the state ministry, state department of administration, right? Something like that. And yes, guys, I really wanted to put this information across. Basically, to talk a little bit about how you can accept this challenge as a young kid, as a kid or, as a young person coming to study here in Brazil. It's not easy to leave your family, depart to another country, face so many challenges, most especially if you are not an English or Portuguese speaker, actually, sorry. It's quite challenging to study in another person's language, in an entirely strange language. But it's not impossible. Yeah, I've done it. Sometimes it's not, good to affirm that, okay, I've done it, you can do it also. But I like doing that. If I'm capable of doing it, it means you are capable of also doing it. Now, if you are coming to study as a non-Portuguese speaker, you're going to spend a year learning the language, precisely 6 months. But with the, you're going to await the results. Yes, so summing up everything, you will spend about a year. So even if you get the admission under the PECG program, you will start your studies in 2012. 27, not 26, because 26 you will spend the whole year, or let's say 6 months studying the language, and then you have some months awaiting the results. They release the results, you get ready, and then you resume your studies. If you are coming from an English-speaking country, it's quite challenging because you are studying an entirely different language. Even though you have elements of English language in Portuguese, yes, there are some standards that you're going to see. And yeah, as an English speaker, you're going to be quick to learning those standards. But it's easier for those who speak French. Much easier for those who speak Spanish, okay? So it means that you will have to dedicate more time to study the language. The test is not easy, guys, okay? That is one thing you guys must know. That's the surprise. It's not an easy examination. And what makes it more difficult is that you are coming to study in Brazil, even though you have the language closer, but it's tricky. I studied the language in Nigeria. It wasn't close. We were speaking English, when we went home. But it was intensive, and constantly the teachers reminded us of the difficulty, of how difficult actually the tests were, and how it was necessary for us to concentrate on our studies so that we could pass the test, okay? Now, when you are here in Brazil, you have lots of distractions. I'm not going to explain what are distractions to you guys, but there are lots of distractions here, and it's easy to lose focus, right? And one thing you may not see is the pressure. Yes, maybe teachers making it very clear to you guys that the examination is difficult, that you guys need to study hard. Unfortunately, times have changed and people are more careful. They are too careful to tell you to be careful. And sometimes that puts you into a very difficult situation. I'm talking out of experience. I've seen cases where students were supposed to be told, okay, this is the reality, but they weren't told. They are within the context. Or let's say they are within the Brazilian society where they are expected to absorb the language, pass the test easily. But it didn't happen, unfortunately. Okay. So when you are coming under, if you are watching this video, I want you to take that responsibility. If you are here, concentrate on your studies. Try to, how can I say, go through that stress of, studying hard just to pass your examinations. Okay. As I said, the exams, they are not easy. They are extensive. And you are going to write it in Portuguese. Yeah, it's a language test. Just like any other language test, you are expected to write, you are expected to read, to listen, and then to talk. So at the end, it's going to give you the exit. That is, it's going to give you the entrance into Brazil properly. You're going to be integrated into the PECG program because the initial step which is the language, let's say, stage, is called the PEC-PLE. PEC-PLE is not a guarantee of vacancy. You need to pass the language test first before you go into the program proper. You should be motivated. If you are coming, try to focus. You may not be told to focus by anyone. Okay? You may decide not to come to the class. You may decide, not to do the activities, not to study. Someone may not tell you that, as I said, because unfortunately things have changed, motivations, things are, how can I say? Yeah, people are too soft to tell you that, okay, this is the reality, right? So somehow you find yourself in trouble. Yes. But I am here to tell you that. So, thanks and see you in the next video.